Hey guys, Real World Prepper here. Just letting you know that if you like this content that you see on my channel, please click the subscribe button and the bell notification so you'll know anytime that we upload. Meanwhile, on with this video. Hello again, welcome to the Real World Prepper. Today's show, we're going to talk about what people should and should not do regarding their prepper friends or family. In fact, I think I'm going to title this video, If You Love a Prepper, Set Them Free. First, I would like to give a very big shout out and a thank you to Kansas Prepper. You are the man. First of all, your content is fantastic. Your delivery is awesome. I love the foundation that you have seemingly based your life and your preps on, and that is God and family. And I appreciate that. I also want to give a thanks to a lot of the recent subs that you guys I know looked at this channel and watched Kansas recommend my channel and Zombie Farmers, so thank you. Also Corsair Trainers, Elizabeth Smith, thank you. Itsy Bitsy, Angie S, Full Circle Florida, thanks all you guys. If I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry. I just off the top of the list here is what I wanted to do. So what do I mean when I say if you love a prepper, set them free? Well, I'll tell you. Anybody that's already in the prepper community, that already preps and prepares and is ready to survive and be a survivalist and a prepper and take care of their family when everything goes to crap in the handbasket, which I believe inevitably it will, sooner rather than later. But anybody who's already doing this surely has experienced this. The comment that goes something like this: "Oh yeah, you're doing all that? Well, if anything ever happens, I know where I'm going. I'm coming to your house." Am I right? Or something to that effect. Well, I have found myself in the last 7 or so years that I've been prepping, you know, not really talking that much about it with some people, and then others sharing openly with it. And of course, these are people that I know, friends and family alike, and I'm gauging the reasons why I would or would not mention it based on that person and what I know about them. And the reason I started this channel is so that I could be very open about what I do and why I do what I do, and present the information in such a way so that you know, I don't need a face-to-face rebuttal from, say, a friend or family member that completely thinks I'm insane for doing this. You know, some people you're just not going to convince that it's a good idea. But what I have heard more than once is something along those lines, what I just said. You know, well, you know, no, nothing's going to happen. I don't do anything like that. But if anything does happen, I guess I know where I'm coming. You know, I watched another video by Survival Prepping for Normal People. I subbed to him, and he had a video on this, Are We Obligated? And he had a pretty long video about it, and he had his opinions on it. Well, my short answer is this. I believe as human beings, as particularly for Christians, or even just somebody who just loves people, you know, to some extent we are obligated. Do we pick up the slack when someone else has not done it? When, you know, if someone hasn't made preparations, are we fully responsible for everybody, you know, say in your neighborhood or on your street or in your community that didn't prep and you did? All that's going to do is cause, you know, if you let everybody in your doors after the fact, SHTF, right? After the fact, you let everybody in your doors, well, that just means all of you are going to die that much quicker, right? That's what it means. You know, I've got enough stored up for myself, for my wife, and for my child. by my best estimation, it's less than a year, I'll put it to you that way, of actual stores sitting here idly waiting. Well, you add 3 people to the mix and you cut it in half, you know, and or more, depending on the people, you know, depending on their attitudes about things. I've got a relative who lives very close, walking distance close, like 5 minutes walking distance close. It's my sister and my 2 nieces, and they live close, and I love them dearly. I love them dearly, but we've had this conversation numerous times, and she's made that comment to me, and finally I broke down. We were having this conversation again a couple of weeks ago, and I nearly in tears, I told her, I said, look, it's all I can do to prepare for myself and my wife and my child. And, you know, I work for a living. I don't make a ton of money. You know, I don't have a ton of space. We're doing what we can, trying to be realistic, baby steps. If you saw that video, that's, you know, little by little, we're putting some things away and coming up with a plan as we go as to what we might do to take care of ourselves as a family unit. And, you know, if something came down the pike and rocked your world, excuse me, or came down the pike and rocked my world, and my sister and nieces showed up at the door knocking with nothing, I'm not turning them away, you know. I can't, you know. My parents, they're nearby. My in-laws, they're nearby. You know, even if I knew that it meant a sooner end for me, I couldn't turn them away. I mean, who could do that? But at the same time, I try my best to impress upon them how important this is and how they too should be doing this. And that if they too are doing this and things do go wrong, then we can, as a community, try and survive and see through it and come up with a plan to end up, you know, better on the other side of said event. Now, not everybody's going to buy into that, and some people you're going to have to turn away. There will be some people that will be met very defensively if they come knocking thinking they're going to get something. I cannot take in everybody, and none of us can. I mean, and this is all the more reason why this channel and channels like this are so important, in my opinion, to get the word out, to get people understanding why it is we do what we do, and you know, and that we can't do it for everybody. We can do it for us and ours, and that's what they should also be doing for them and theirs. And then after the fact, you know, sis and kids have their preps, and my family has our preps, and my neighbor and their family has their preps, and we can come together as a community and live and sustain and protect and rebuild, and that's what society needs anyway. Human beings will not make it without being a community. So why is the title, if you, what did I say it was? If you love a prepper, set them free. Here's how you set them free. You set them free by not putting that burden on them, by not assuming that they're going to take care of you in whatever situation might happen because you didn't take care of yourself now. It means not belittling them, even if you don't agree with what they do and you don't want to be a part of it and it's not your thing and you think it's silly. Don't burden them with you know, crappy statements and belittlement and, you know, and trying to make them feel smaller and lesser and stupid, you know. I hope I never have to say I told you so, but that's what'll happen if the things go down, and those type of people experience that, you know, say I told you so, and they, depending on who they are and how they are, they may be met at the door with a rifle saying, nope, you know, no, we're not welcoming anyone here today, you know, or they'll be met and I'll have a tear in my eye because I know that means it's less days of survival for me and mine, depending on the situation. So that's what I mean. If you love a prepper, set them free. Don't burden them by belittling them. Don't come knocking on their door and things get bad because you didn't prepare. You know, there's probably more. I could probably go on, but you get the general idea of it. So that's really all I got today. Just I share this because in the real world, we should all be doing real things, little by little, to take care of our family, you know, us and our family. And if everybody is doing that, then the community can survive and thrive after the effects of an event. And that's my message. I encourage everybody to look seriously into preparedness and a mindset of preparedness. Pray about it. Look into it. Check out this video, other videos of mine, these other channels I've mentioned. Lots of good resources out there. Don't be a burden. If you love a prepper, set them free. This has been the real world prepper. It's easy for me to say, and I thank you for joining me. Bye.